always now.
All right. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get this bitch sparked real quick.
Much appreciated.
Appreciate you guys making it out.
Absolutely.
I try to jump right into the episode so we don't end up just missing any good golden moments.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll rip it and we'll start it today. Welcome everybody. I'm your host to today's episode of It's Always Now, and we are joined by a couple of members of one of my favorite Syracuse, upstate New York groups, Stash Box. Why don't you introduce yourself, fellas?
What's good? I'm Ace Skrilla, representing Stash Box.
Yeah, my name is Maddox. One time when I say stash, y'all say box, stash, box, stash, box. You know the vibes.
I did Ace tell you about how I went to a wedding the next day after the show we did, and there was a whole bunch of motherfuckers there just doing the fucking stash box,
That's fire.
box.
That's so sick. You gotta start a movement.
I'm pissed I didn't get it on camera for you guys, man. Like, as soon as I pulled my phone out, I'm like, oh, I gotta videotape this tape.
Oh, speaking of camera, I have some pictures that I took of you performing that I didn't ever show you.
Oh,
so I just found in my camera roll, so I gotta bring them out.
Fuck yeah, love to see him. So how long you guys known each other?
Actually, just recently met this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how did Stash Box start, I guess, then?
Well, Stash Box was started by me, Real Rap, Westside Los, and Courage the Wizard. We had a bunch of other members that also started it. We originally were OCGYBR Productions, and then we decided to bring on new artists and venture off more into the label side of things.
Now... my apologies. Continue.
We also do a lot of other work when it comes to advertising and promoting artists as well. We've been doing the Bangers and Beats playlist for almost 2 years now. Okay. So we do a lot of underground work with underground artists and promoting them and stuff as well. So it's not just our own personal music we're interested in. We're also interested in the sound of upstate and all underground areas around the country. Okay. So if anybody's interested, just tap in.
If you're looking for your camera, by the way.
Interested, tap in Bangers and Beats by Real Rap. Definitely tap into that. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, one thing I loved is you definitely be putting on for other artists, and I have a lot of respect for that shit. Dude.
Yeah.
So did you start Stash Box, or you and Wes? It
was a collaborative startup. Yeah, we started it up together, so it wasn't isolated to any one of us independently. We were factions that already existed. We came together, then we built on top of that. So it's a big umbrella. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. How many members do you guys have currently?
Currently, let's name them off. Let's give them all a shout out.
Yeah, please.
We got Real Rap, Westside Los, Courage the Wizard, Ace Skrilla, Maddox,
of course,
Spade Moolah, Ricky Tan the Chef.
I fuck with your guys' fucking that song you and Ricky Tan had. That shit goes hard.
Oh, Draco feature?
Yeah, that shit goes hard.
So fire.
AZ Brazy, Remy Luce, and last but not least, you know what I'm saying? Harley Quinn the Queen, you know what I'm saying? So, Harley Quinn. So, look.
My fans have had a brief introduction to AZ Brazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got a song with Brazy, he's fire.
Yeah, shouts out to Brazy. AZ's probably one of the best artists I've seen coming out of Syracuse. He's incredible.
I'll admit that. I mean, he's rough around the edges, but as art goes, I am a huge fan and I love his work.
Yeah, definitely.
I would like a day for me and him to fucking clear the air and bullshit, but we got hostile over text. I'm a fucking asshole when it comes to texting and shit too. So
fair enough.
I be fucking just dealing with bullshit too.
Easy to get misinterpreted too.
That too.
It's hard to tell somebody's tone.
100%. And especially you don't know what motherfuckers is going through. Like, I felt bad. I sent him a fucking completely asshole text, not even realizing I was in the wrong the other day. Fucking going through bullshit. My mom's OD'd and shit. So it's just been fucking every other day something new. But this is about Maddox and Ace Skrilla and the Stash Box Records. So I want to fucking talk about y'all more. Do you guys got any projects coming out?
Yo, we are lit. We dropping non-stop. So Draco feature, you just saying you love that song. That's out on all platforms. We just released Sosa Flow with Ricky Tan and Pistols. Shout out to Pistols. Me and Maddox got a song that just dropped. Now we perform that all summer. So if you've seen us at any of the venues this summer performing on stage, now is one of the bangers that we dropped. That's out right now. We got a lot coming out too. Jack the Ripper is about to drop from Maddox. Poppy as Shit with Harley Quinn and featuring Big Homie from I'm brain firing right now. Big Homie and Shirt Smoke, the Shorter Boys.
Sensei Keem.
Yeah, Sensei.
Fuck. I love Sensei Keem.
We got a
Sensei Keem
Harley
fire.
with Shorter Boys. Yeah,
Incredible.
He's fire.
Harley with Big Homie from Shorter Boys. That's a banger. I love that song. It's hot. That's dropping soon. That's coming soon. Our compilation project is almost done. That's coming soon. A lot of things are coming soon. Westside Los is working on his solo project. Maddox is working on his solo project. Curry's got a solo project coming out. 2024 is going to be loaded with Stashbox. We're going to hit the stage.
Like
We're
to
going to
hear
come
that.
in on fire. So stay tuned.
Fuck it. So fuck, what was I gonna say? What else is new with you guys? How'd you two meet exactly?
Work.
Work? Okay.
Yeah.
The 9 to 5?
Yeah, the old 9 to 5.
Fuck yeah.
He tells the story better than I do.
Yeah. So basically, you know what I'm saying? We were working. We work in a sales company, so we do a lot of like infield training. So we threw the beat on one day. He starts freestyling. I was, impressed. I was like, oh, he freestyle, he raps. You know what I'm saying? But then he was like, yo, check this out, and he put earphones on my head. Boom, and what he played me, I believe it was Slay. If you ever get a chance to check out his profile, Slay, it's out on all platforms. That's what he played for me, and at that very moment, I was like, oh yeah, I know we can do some chemistry. So we did Now, as a matter of fact, right? That's the song that that was the first song we did together, was Now, and it was fire. So I was like, right away, we was like, the chemistry was good, so we started working together. Then he decided he wanted to work with the team, you know what I'm saying? I introduced him to everybody, and we meshed really well this summer. And the people of Syracuse love him. They love him, so... we
Y'all
gonna
get
keep
turned,
promoting
bro.
them. Yeah, we get turned. So
Y'all get turned.
that's how we met.
If y'all ever been to any of my shows in the last year, I've had Ace on almost every single one, and then we did the we got to get you guys onto that last one because now they're actually letting me like have a little bit control of the lineup. Usually, like
Right.
I've just kind of like shrugged my way from being the opening act to where they let me be a headliner, and then my first headline show they didn't give me any picks of like who was on the lineup, and then those people did no ticket sales. So then next time they asked, I'm like, yo, can I get some acts that I know will actually pull some heads? And that's when I put on Nova and shit like that to the Finish Line gig. And then after that, I was like, I already had that lineup set. Then I told Ace, I'm like, I promise, man. Next thing I got you guys.
Yeah.
I want to do a show next year where I bring Mike Jones, and that's like my big goal for next year. So I obviously I'm no doubt about it. I want you guys on that lineup too. So because I think that'll be a fucking sick show.
Mike Jones is fire.
We'll get Mike to headline. I'm not sure where I want to do it yet, but I definitely want you guys on that lineup. Like I think we'll do like the tough act to follow too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'll do that, and I'll get Mike Jones to headline that one, and I'll make it like a yearly kind of like thing to hopefully get it bigger and bigger and bigger and
Yeah,
bigger.
you can do an annual thing because you've only done it once, right?
Yeah. So then next year it'd be like that. I can't remember what the show I did prior to that I called. I think I just called it, but I just had the headlining act named of the show. I got into the naming of the
It was a kid called
Kid Called Danger's
Yeah.
the name of the band though.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't think I named that show. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it more of like a festival type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I love your guys' work, your guys' energy. The songs y'all put out are fucking dope. Like I was thinking about it, like, what verses will be dope in the next like 3 or 4 years is fucking Stashbox versus Raw Breed.
Right. Oh, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, that's something I want to see. That's not, I think if we're gonna put up group for group, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make equal amount of noise. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Raw Breed.
And shout out Raw Breed. No disrespect.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like
Yeah, they support. We see Heather every week. You know what I'm saying?
How they put this out for the people.
Yeah, Princess Heat. She show up to our Thursday venue every week. By the way, if you ever get your chance, you know what I'm saying. Every Thursday we down at the Night Drop. It's a purge. Stash Box. We got the ooh wings. We cater to chicken wings, fries, gizzards, chicken wing dips, fritters and stuff like. We got a bunch of stuff. Check us out. Facebook, Louis Zulueta, Real Rap. You can check out Ooh Wings. It's a page.
I've been meaning to slide out there, but you know where like I'm at in comparison to that. It's a bit of a fucking hike.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, so I'm rarely ever like, I'm gonna make the fucking trip.
So make sure y'all tap into that.
Which is an excuse. Don't let that be an excuse, people. You don't live, unless you're in Cali, you don't live far enough. Pull up, though. Because these guys be putting on a fucking show. When did you guys start working with AZ Brazy?
Over the summer, like I said, honestly, I didn't even know who he was until I saw him on stage with you.
Okay.
So that's the first time I seen him on stage with you is at Funkin' Waffles. And I was like,
holy fuck.
Yeah, I was like, holy fuck.
Anybody the first time you hear AZ Brazy, you're like,
and then,
holy fuck.
We pulled him up to a couple of different events, and he had a team in the beginning, you know, and they really showed up. And but you know, things happened. We came together, and we decided we was gonna work together. So and it's been, like you said, it's rough around the edges, but it's really coming together.
I think with
we starting to work
with a
together.
team and someone like actually like helping him guide himself, he could be
definitely,
you know, a gnarly force to reckon
it's coming along with the mentorship and the things. You know what I mean, he's going in the right direction, and things have been a lot smoother lately. So expect to see a lot of work from AZ Brazy. When he get his mind focused, he's one of the hardest workers I know when it comes to this music shit. He was one of the most impressive artists of the summer, in my opinion. So.
I will even second that, even with even the whatever it is between me and him. He's an amazing artist. Continuity, the way he writes, the shit he says, his delivery is borderline unmatchable, especially coming from Syracuse.
Super raw.
No, yeah, raw as fuck, and it just has that sound that fucking you're like, oh fuck.
It takes your attention, like, damn, who is that? It gives you that who is that factor.
So how long you been rapping for, Maddox? Is it Maddox or Maddox?
Maddox.
Maddox.
Maddox. Yeah. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Why'd you choose Maddox?"
Because you know about the other artist, Maddox.
Yeah. And like,
well, not even Maddox. There's Matt, like exactly how you spell it.
Maddox.
Yeah, from Twisted, from like the Insane Clown Posse and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But I just, you know, when I started it, I was like, I have it literally in almost all of my songs. You know, I've been doing it for I got it in 12 songs, and I was like, I'll just stick with it.
I told Nick Nova, you could just be the best Maddox there is. You know, there's 5 Nick Novas. Right. I told Nick Nova, either you can switch your name or you gotta be the best Nick Nova.
Right. You know, and if somebody goes, yo, you know Drake, you're not thinking of Drake from Drake and Josh. You're thinking of Drake.
You got to hit the Josh on there.
Yeah.
If you want people to think that Drake, because he does go by just Drake technically. But no, I'm with you. Nobody's like Aubrey. So how long you been rapping for?
So I've been rapping in a studio. Like, I've been obviously rapping my whole life. Like, when you're into music and you love rapping, you hear your first fucking whatever, Kid Cudi, Mac Miller, Kanye West, whatever you know, in high school, you hear that and then you're like, fuck, this shit's sick. Yeah. You just fucking dive into it. You know, I was the kid who always had like headphones in the back of class, fucking not really paying attention. You know, I was smart, but like I wouldn't do shit. I would just listen to music. Yeah. Just start rapping.
So how long you been recording like professionally then?
Probably about like 3 years.
3 years? Okay, fuck yeah, dude. Where do you guys record at?
Right now, our main place, we do a lot of in-house recording. Like, we all got our own personal studios and shit like that. But we use Shiggy for engineering and mixing and mastering and stuff like that. We also use like Mind Free Studios here and there, but our main engineer has been Shiggy though, for sure.
Y'all
shout out to Shiggy.
Y'all deliver a fucking quality sound for doing it in house. They're a lot better than like I won't record in house. I'm too like I hate how it sounds when I record in house, and y'all shit sounds fucking tight as fuck, man.
Appreciate it.
I've been looking forward to having you guys on. I really have been. I fucking would like to throughout the years, you know, kind of rotate, get other members on and shit, and get 100%. A chance to chop it up with all y'all.
Definitely want to get everybody on. I know it is the space wise. Get everybody on. It would be.
That's why, and I hate anything more than 3 people, dude. You get like 4 or 5 people in here, it starts getting like people talk over each other, and it just obviously there's no space in here for 5 people. I did a 5-person episode in here, and it sucked. It sucked. I pulled the desk forward. It's funny because a lot of people like to say it like when they come in there, oh, it looks bigger on camera, and I'm a big fan of that one because then I can hit them with a joke. I'm like, that's what she said. But yeah, fucking. Well, what's a fun fact about you guys? You know, what's going on though?
Good idea. Fun facts. All right, so
I ran through my questions too quick.
I would say hobbies. I would say a cool hobby that I do that a lot of people don't really do. Rock climbing.
Okay, fuck
I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but it's way cooler outdoors. Like you can go to a gym and do it, but it's way cooler outdoors.
So you do it like legit? Like
I do it both ways, but if you really want to feel it, get the rocks on your hands. Oh, yeah. You gotta go outside.
So you be like free climbing and shit, or like?
Oh yeah. I'll show you a video.
Yeah, dude. Oh fuck yeah, definitely. Send me that. Maybe I'll I'll clip it in if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do you got there with fucking carabiners and shit, dude.
Yeah.
So you're a man who knows about a carabiner, right?
Oh, I know a carabiner.
Okay,
when I see a carabiner.
So I have the same fascination with carabiners that I have with like tripods. Best way to describe it.
Oh, that's sick.
Because like, all right, if you look at these, like these are like really cheap, like $20 tripods.
Yeah.
But then like when you go on like bigger camera sites and shit, and they have like you bust out like a $200 tripod. I'm like, oh, dude, that's a carabiner you can climb with, not a carabiner you just hold your keys. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess that's where like my fucking autism is going with that.
I have no idea what tripods cost at all.
Oh yeah, but you know like
you
the
could
different.
You could be like, I paid like $4,000 for that. I'd be like, sheesh.
But you know the level of carabiners though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see the capacity.
Yeah, weird comparison, but that's fucking. What about you, Ace? What you be up to?
Well, you know me, I'm always on the advertisement. You know, you can always check out Dope Apparel. We got a lot of merch dropping as well. The merch is available, Dope Apparel.
It's funny. You see my last question I had for you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Any plans for merch?
I'm going to roll right into it for you. You know what I'm saying? Dope Apparel by Real Rap. Check out the page. You can just make sure you check that out. Instagram, Facebook, Dope Apparel by Real Rap. This custom hoodie is available right now. Gray and black, and we do a lot of other work. Check it out.
Fuck yeah, dude! You got it on the hood and shit too, on the sleeves.
Definitely check it out. It's pretty dope. It's pretty fire. So,
fucking dope.
Yeah. So
fuck yeah,
Dope Apparel by Real Rap.
Hell yeah.
What number podcast is this?
Huh?
What number podcast is this?
Valid question. I want to say 68. It's my 68th podcast.
Wow, you should have had me on the next one.
I didn't plan it like that. My apologies. I just kind of.
But now you have to celebrate it. The next one you actually have to do something.
Yeah.
You should
What's
dress
this
up.
one?
You should dress
What
up
number?
with like a dick costume or something.
That would be a good one or something. This would be 68, I believe, because I just did 67 with David Lucas.
Okay.
Stand-up comedian.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Really? That's sick.
You know who David Lucas is?
Yeah,
Fuck it,
man,
yeah.
fire. I saw him on Kill Tony.
Yeah, he just came to the Funny Bone, and
That's
I fucking
incredible.
had to basically fucking drag him into doing my podcast because he turned it down a bunch of times, and then I was like, "Come on, just do it." And I shot it at Ambitions.
Wow. Yeah, dude, persistence pays off.
Oh yeah. I did. I wanted that one in too to plug like the upcoming show I have the 21st. This one should be up. I don't even know what today is. What is today? Sunday.
Yeah.
So this one should be out. I'm actually like not 9 to 5 in it the next week, so I can have this one ready by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Probably will drop it on the weekend or the following Monday because I feel like Monday's a good day for podcasting.
How often do you drop? Like
I'm trying to get weekly.
Like-
So what I do is I do the shows in the summer, and then once it gets colder and I stop booking and doing shit like that, I focus on this and just do this stuff.
You're a man. You're like a jack of all trades.
I
Doing like shows and podcasts and obviously music, but like
I try to keep up with the fucking content monster that is today.
Yeah.
And I don't fucking make music like some artists do, where like they, you know what I'm saying, they'll drop 30 songs a year.
Yeah.
I don't really like doing that. I like to make music at the pace I like to make it, and I feel like that's a better way to not oversaturate your sound. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of artists who it's just like they just got a lot of songs that are just the same songs, and it's just like it's cool, awesome, but I think it ruins your brand a little bit. So that's why I made this podcast, and to fucking work with like there's a lot of artists I'll probably never do a song with, in a sense of like. And I would love to work with them in some capacity.
Sure.
And that means like David Lucas. Like I would, there would never be a Vinnie Freeman featuring David Lucas without the podcast. But
yeah, that's pretty incredible.
you
I
know,
think.
so that's like one of my dream guests is fucking Brianna Stewart is.
Yeah,
Brianna Stewart.
the
Is that
basketball player.
Basketball player. I went to high
yeah.
school with her, and we were in like mad classes together. And she's
Oh,
like
really?
the female.
She's like
LeBron.
wicked famous now.
Oh
right?
yeah,
yeah.
like, she fucking crushes it. Like that would be like that. I think I can get Pauly Shore on here too, because Pauly Shore.
Holy fuck.
I gave him a hat a few months ago when he came to the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
And he's been rocking that shit ever since. Like there's a bunch of
word.
viral videos of him rocking the "It's Always Now" hat.
That's
so I'm like,
so sick.
I'm like stoked about that, but yeah, podcast in the winter. I ended up booking a December show, which I usually don't, just because they don't really sell well.
Right.
So I don't. I try to lay off the cold
Yeah.
shows.
Plus, like holidays and people are really fucking busy.
Yeah, and I like this. Once I saw podcasting and how popular it got, and I don't have a lot of knowledge on recording and broadcasting and shit like that.
Yeah.
Once I saw it, I'm like, that's where I think I'll learn how to do all the shit, and I'll kind of learn my way of recording, and I'll learn the steps of recording
Yeah.
and shit, and then video editing. I do a lot of like this episode. I'm actually shooting different than I've ever shot any episode. So I have this camera right here, continuously recording.
Okay.
So normally I have a camera operator
Yep.
who will, if you look, go between like that's on you guys. Now it's on me.
Okay.
That usually I have a third camera that's both. That's actually now just pointing at that right there.
Yeah.
So normally I would just use what's recorded on here, like the video where he's going back and forth. I'm going to do a little bit of chopping up, and the quality of that camera is a lot better than the webcams that I use. So,
Shit.
and I got a little more time because, like I said, I'm not 9 to 5 in. So the next month is going to be spent making fucking shorts and just TikToks.
That's so I think the creation of content, if you can create more content than you're consuming, you'll get ahead of the game.
Well, and there's that, and then like take like a year or two of making content, and then a year or two of promoting the content you've created.
Yeah.
A lot of people I feel like I'm touring. I still perform shit off my first project.
Yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
what I'm saying? That.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people let a good song die because they don't give it the attention it deserves, and like they get sick of it, but people haven't heard it enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's not even. It's a 50-50. I don't know. I'm kind of on a tangent with that one.
No, I agree. I think you should spend a lot of time promoting the same song. I think Tyler the Creator actually said something about that. I was listening to an interview with him.
I do believe I've seen something similar with him saying it.
He was like, basically just, I'll put a song out and I'll promote it for like fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
Like the same song.
I do know the one you're talking about. He's like, I had that shit on my story still to this day.
Yeah.
How long you been rapping for, Ace?
Ever.
Nah,
for real.
Since the beginning of time.
I probably started writing rhymes back in like 95, maybe.
How old are you?
I can't disclose that.
Okay.
I'm an OG though.
Ace ever tell you how we met?
No.
So I have a video I started shooting 2 years ago called Vinnie Madison. And it's like I'm doing shot-for-shot remakes, like shot-for-shot recreations of scenes from Billy Madison.
Fire.
And they're letting me use the actual house from the movie and shit. But then it got shut down due to COVID, whole bunch of bullshit.
God.
And then, anyways, before I get off topic, I needed some kids for the elementary scenes of Billy Madison. Ace came through.
Yeah.
And that's how we first met. It's funny because he had I don't remember who the other picture was he had a picture of almost like his Facebook picture. He's like more to the side of it than the centered person. So I was expecting somebody completely different. So when he came up to me and was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And just didn't even fucking register. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I felt like such a fucking idiot. It was but I'm planning to finish that video this year as well. Spring, get over there because getting to Canada, use the house. This is literally like,
Yo, if you could put me on to those video people, I would be greatly appreciated.
this is honestly going to be their last one. But did you like any of the shit I did for Nick Nova?
Yeah.
That's all Robert, and the one who's done like all my like show recaps.
Yeah.
That's Robert, my buddy Robert Bryant.
Word.
And he's still out here actively working.
Okay.
And
definitely want to be plugged into this.
Yeah, he's one of the few people I would recommend, like quality-wise. Triple R or Studio 102, who did like my Vibe video, the Daily video. They did a lot of Tommy Bean shit.
Yeah, they did. Studio 102 did a video for World Be Free, and it was so.
Oh my god, the
fire.
fucking one in New York City
In
with the Chinatown
Yeah, that
shit.
was
Holy fuck! You ever see that
crazy.
shit?
Yeah, I was like,
That's
yo,
a fucking
I need those
masterpiece.
I want to work with them. I haven't.
What's crazy though is that they like I love working with them, but like working with Robert's pretty cool too because Robert does shit a little bit more like studio standard, if
Yeah.
that makes sense, in the sense of like, and I don't know if they do this or not. And sorry, fucking RJ and Ryan, if you do this, like they never showed me a treatment to where like when I work with Robert, he creates a treatment and shit.
Yeah.
And not that it was necessary because I trust. I will literally work with Studio 102, Ryan or Robert or Ryan or it's funny, Ryan, Robert or RJ. They used to be Triple R. Not. I'm gonna confuse the fuck out of you guys. All right, RJ and Ryan had a third friend named Ryan, and they used to be Triple R because they're RJ, Ryan, and that was their old thing. And then they ended up becoming Studio 102 because they lost the third Ryan.
Sure.
And anyways, they don't do as much work anymore, but they are finishing that video. Robert Bryant, he's local. He's from Beeville. I love his work. We argue all the fucking time. He gets on my fucking nerves, but he does do what he's supposed to. He misses a lot of good moments, and I'm sorry, Robert, but he knows this. We argue about this all the time because in my mind, and I know this is a complete delusion, I want a cameraman who can literally like record every goddamn second, and I know that's like that's impossible to happen. So like, there's a lot of golden moments on show days that get missing. That don't get caught on camera, and I'm like, fuck.
You're familiar with Chris Long, right?
No.
Juice World, his videographer.
Okay.
So basically, they got a lot of the documentary footage for Juice World because Juice World hired Chris to follow him around and shoot every second of his life.
Yeah.
That would be a dream.
I've been trying to find somebody who's just like, it's hard to find somebody who's willing to just work behind the camera and just do that. Because I would love to pay somebody like, no offense, but like minimum wage to just hold the camera, dude. They don't have to be great shots. But then I'm also kind of a fucking stickler. Like that's one of the reasons like I love about Robert is he'll come in, he'll work for 15 minutes and he'll be like, no, I'm good. I'll be like, what do you mean? He'll be like, I got everything. And he really does. He really does. He fucking sauces it. And kind of the same thing with Triple R too, is that I kind of how I work is I look at their work and I'm like, oh, I trust this person to create a piece of art that is up to my standard. And that's kind of how I fuck with certain filmers and directors and shit like that. Because I've worked with Trig. Trig's shot 2 of my videos. I don't know if you guys know who Trig is. And then Triple R shot majority of my videos. Funny, Robert's never actually shot any of my actual videos, but he has done all my recaps since working with him. And I just haven't. The only video I've put energy into was the Vinnie Madison, and then I took a break from that, and then I haven't budgeted for any other real videos besides tour recaps and like live show recaps just to help promoters and help people who don't go to the show see what they're missing. Plus, those are just so valid, and don't cheap on your fucking show recaps because if you do, then it makes people not like, you know what I'm saying? The shows, when they see the show recaps, gotta be fucking
It's
lit.
gotta be highlights.
Yeah.
Like, it literally has to be the best.
Yeah, literally. It's like the fucking, yeah.
Yeah, it's good insight.
I got some edibles I'm gonna fucking hook you guys up with too after this. I forgot to
God,
do. Did you end up eating any of
What
those?
do we? Yeah. I'm on one right now. That's why I'm over here lazy in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
My buddy makes them. They're like handmade dough and shit. They're like,
Like snickerdoodles or something.
oh no, they're just chocolate chip hitters, but they're fucking.
Those chocolate chip hitters bang.
They're a problem just due to the fact that they taste so good. I've been on a fucking edible bender for like 3 fucking days actually, so that's probably why I'm so like. I'm actually, I would call myself a mids interviewer to begin with, but I'm working on it. I'm getting better. You know, a lot of my favorite podcast hosts are on their 500th episode.
Oh yeah.
Truthfully, this is probably the 100th episode I've ever recorded, but released, it's the 67th.
That's pretty impressive because I think it takes, in order to get to that level and break that ceiling, you have to put in 100, 200, 300 episodes to even get traction. But by then, whatever traction you get, you have a whole catalog. You have like 300 episodes that you've already done that they can dive into.
Exactly. That's one thing I'm stoked about, and they just keep grinding at this and keep getting guests like you guys and fucking. What I'm stoked about is just to be like, when you guys are fucking huge, this to be like the cut interviews that you guys used from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like
every one of your favorite artists has some background footage from when they first started and the first connections that they were making. Like you go like with Jack Harlow with DJ Drama and him coming on Sway in the Morning, like those types of interviews. Like that's the stuff that you look at with up and coming artists.
So what's a definition of made it for you guys?
There isn't. So, and it's a trick question, but the man who loves walking is going to go farther than the man who loves the destination. Right. So if you have a made it in mind, you're lying to yourself, because once you make it, you're always going to set new goals for yourself. You have to continue to just craft. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter as long as you're creating. It doesn't really matter if it strays from what you normally create. As long as you're always constantly creating, I think that's the move. I don't think you can focus on an ending because you'll never get there.
I like that answer. That's a fucking quality answer.
And you only make it as far as you make it. So, you know what I'm saying? You're only going to make it as far as you want to make it, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, if you work hard, you play hard. That's pretty much it. So, if you want a destination and you want to get there, then you got to get there. But if you don't get there, then there you are.
I feel like that's deeper than I even registered. But that's valid. Dude. I would say I like when I have something. That's when I feel like I made it. Like I used to put like a metric to what I wanted something to do and an expectation, and once I that just always fucked me up and stopped me from creating. So my definition of made is when I just have the product, irrelevant to what it is. I've made it. I'm like, oh, I've made this.
You feel accomplished by each like creation that you've made, and you can like, I know the best for me as an artist, the best possible feeling you can have is when the producer bounces that shit to your phone or airdrops that shit to your phone, you sit in your car and you hear your shit for the first time coming right out the stew.
So
like, listening to a song as soon as it comes out and you're like, I created this. Insane.
I fucking hate my songs until like 2 years after they've been out.
I fucking that long for them to cook in.
And then I'm like, actually, I am kind of fucking nice, dude. Like, I'll be listening. I'm making the snippets right now from all my old music videos for TikToks and shit. I'm like, I actually can't fucking play it. Like, I hate some of them shits. Like, and I'd always feel like they were real cringy. But then I go back, I'm like, all right, I get it. I get why I kept going. I get it. I feel it.
That's good. Yeah.
And like, obviously, any creative process, I'm sure you felt the getting better every time.
Yeah, well,
100%.
Definitely feel great, because like with Stashbox, the beauty of our situation is we got so many different sounds, so it just never gets boring. So like we can attack so many different genres of sounds. Like the stuff we got coming out, man, is like top of the line music, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking forward to hearing it, man.
Like we got stuff for the club, we got stuff for breakups, we got stuff for falling in love, we got stuff, party to, we got stuff if you want to get wild, we got stuff for the hood, we got stuff for the suburbs, we got whatever you need. Like we so versatile, it's insane, and I love it, and I'm having a lot of fun with everybody that I'm working with right now. So shout out to the whole entire team, shout out to Stashbox, shout out to Shorter Boys, shout out to all the other factions in Syracuse as well. You got, Double O and Raw Breed and DTL and all the other people that be showing up to the events and be supporting. We appreciate it. So, we're going to keep it coming.
Facts. And shout out the venues that be fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it.
Yeah, all the venues too. Shout them out. Shout all of them out.
Sharkies, I appreciate y'all. Funkin' Waffles, I fucking ride for you. Westcott's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Finish Line. With y'all too.
How could I forget? They actually fucking have given me the best deal out of any venue that I've ever worked with. And it's kind of given me my leverage with a lot of these places and shit. Right. I try to pull some shit, But I know that's what a lot of artists I feel need to understand is that everything's a business, and it sucks because it's our personal. So it's don't take it personal. It's business. But a lot of us are are putting our everything's like our heart and soul into these projects. So it is hard not to take it personal. That's why I do. I've had lashings and falling outs with all my booking agents, and I've had issues with almost every venue that's ever booked me, but I try to be as like cordial as possible, even like with my complaints or disputes and shit. But it's like, I forgot where I was going with this, dude. I gotta fucking.
It's all good.
I try to make better notes, and I've tried to be better at my note taking.
I do have a question, because I've been thinking about it.
Please.
So, who's your top 3 artists?
Okay.
And not like, oh, who's the greatest of all time? I mean, like, who is the top 3 most influential artists to you? That
I'm gonna return that question to you then.
Cool.
To me, the top 3 most influential. Oh, I always say my favorite rapper is Kevin Gates.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that is a strange take.
I always say that.
Not to say that I wouldn't have expected that, but bro, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that's why I always got to throw Gates in there. Well, I say I don't think Gates has had that big of an influence on my style, though. Truthfully,
do you think it was more of like either like the message or like the energy that he brought?
I just fucking Gates is I think is one of the first real ones. He just everything I felt that like Gates ever said, I'm like, oh, this is authentic. Like this, he especially when he like started with the eating ass shit and was just dead ass serious about it. And I was like, oh shit, he's not even goofing. Like I thought, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like one thing to like, he's like with the he's like, yeah. And like and I don't know, I love Gates so, and I think he's just a fucking. People don't know Gates does Drake numbers.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Gates is.
And he's got a catalog of fucking mile long
of great music. Like he's one of my favorite artists. He's my favorite rapper. I mean,
so that's your number 1.
Or
are they not in order?
No order. Right. It's all fair enough. I always go top 5 currently. Like that's what I like. Like what are people bumping? Like right now, I'm bumping a lot of Lil Baby, and I wasn't a fan at first. And like over like last 4 or 5 months, I became a Lil Baby fan. I was like, ooh. But I mean, I grew up
it takes
obviously.
About 2 years for you.
Man. There's so many influences on me. I'm like a ball of fucking just different shit. Like I grew up obviously listening to Eminem, but like
sure, I feel like who hasn't?
So it's kind of like a cliche to say that, especially as a white rapper.
Right.
But if I choose Kells over that Eminem MGK beef,
I'd
go Kells.
MGK?
I think MGK won. I think MGK is a better influence, truthfully.
Yeah.
I joke that like MGK made me want to make better music. Eminem made me not like my mom. Like
I have to so when it comes to like the kill shot and that whole beef,
yeah.
I think Eminem bodied him. But I'm talking bar for bar, but I believe that MGK made a better song.
I guess.
I'm so torn in this conversation. M, respect. Shout out to him. He dope. I thought MGK had the better verse. I just thought his attack was it was just a better attack.
I think it was more on like he more hit the nail on the hammer where Eminem was just shooting with a fucking nail gun.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like it was just bar. What
we got from M, I expected from him. I did not expect.
I guess my expectations for him are so fucking astronomical.
Yeah,
that he can't meet up. And this is one thing I don't think Eminem can ever meet up to the standard he's created for himself.
Oh god,
and that leaves him in such a fucking like he's like almost like digging out of a hole constantly.
Perfect explanation is he has a standard that's way too high.
Fucking. He said it himself, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I just murdered the alphabet. I'm trying to think of one of his old lines where he's like, how the fuck am I supposed to get out of debt? I just murdered the alphabet.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Yeah, he's crazy. I mean, like, old M is insane. I mean, like, when it comes to lyrical talent, you can't sell him short. Relatable music is what kind of, like, doesn't put him in my top 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I can't be like honestly, like, on a feature, I think M is one of the best featured artists ever because I don't think he's ever missed on a feature. But, like, his own personal content is sometimes like, I don't really know.
Valid. That's valid.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
That's
really
valid.
know about that. And, but as an MC, he's definitely iconic. Like, there's certain songs, like the like Young M, like when he first came out, insanity.
Yeah.
As a kid, I used to be like, yo, what the fuck? As an adult, I'm like, that was kind of wild. But like as a kid, I was like, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I wanna break down syllables like that. Like his lyrical ability is definitely impressive.
But back to the original question, Machine Gun Kelly is probably a bigger influence on me. And I have a song with his roommate, actually, Dub. You know who, like, Dub XX is?
No.
It's like, if you watch any Machine Gun Kelly video, fucking Dub's in every single one.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. But he's actually the one, he's in the Vinnie Madison video. So it's like he's on the feature of that.
That's so sick.
I grew up with, like, a lot of fucking, like, pretty cliches. Like, have you ever seen the shirt I have where it's, like, the baby me holding up the Jay-Z and Ja Rule album? So, you know, I've obviously have some fucking Jay in there and shit. It's a big influence on me, but it's a hard question. I've been watching so much comedy lately, dude. My life's been comedy lately.
Okay.
I've been all comedy. So if we can go, do you stand-up fan?
Bro.
Okay, so stand-up's like,
yeah.
I made a podcast because of Theo Von.
Okay. Bro, I met Theo Von.
I gave him my pins and shit.
Are you coming here? Are you going to Syracuse when he comes?
Only
here?
reason I won't is because it's the same tour I saw already.
Oh, is it Return of the Rat?
Yeah, he's just doing the Return of the Rat, and a lot of the jokes of Return of the Rat are on fucking Regular People, which is his Netflix most recent. So I'm just kind of like, yeah. But stand-up's been my life lately, dude. I've been working on a minute for Kill Tony.
No fucking way.
Like I want to go down there for a month.
Dude, if you go down there, I would do a minute with you.
Would you do?
I swear to God. I actually love comedy.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah! I've been working on.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
A real.
I've been working on a little comedy myself. I'm pretty funny.
Who do you fucking do? You fuck with any stand up?
I like comedy. I think everybody's got hit or miss jokes. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what you're in the mood for. So I'm always interested in listening. Yeah.
I have this saying I stand by. I've never seen a bad show at the Syracuse Funny Bone.
Really?
I'm 12 for 12. Never
That's
been to a
so
bad
fire.
show. Never been to a bad show. And they actually, like, I kind of like, I reach out to a lot of them when they come in and try to get them on the show. And I'm liking my approach on how I got David. So I'm hoping I can continue that with other comedians and shit too. Because I kind of like, so whatchamacallit, what is it called? Funny Bone's a 300-person room.
Oh, really?
So it's like after doing ticket sales and like running shit like that, I've kind of like came up with an idea of like, all right, what's a reasonable price to ask these people? Like, you sell out, I can only assume, even if they're getting a similar payment deal as most acts, like let's say they get $10 a ticket sale. That is, they are getting $3,000 for a sold out show, which is great for them to come up do an hour, but offer them another $200-$300 to, you know, come chop it up for an hour after before the show.
Yeah.
Most independent people are like, yeah, fuck it, why not? That's an extra $200 to just
lounge
go.
around.
So I'm really just leaning into the stand-up verse just because I want to also get just different, diverse guests for the show, and that's why I want to interview people like Bree Stewart and also lean away from not just music and other realms of shit.
Yeah,
so
I don't think you want to box yourself in.
no, never,
Definitely
never.
not.
Especially in a with a platform like this, it's not like I'm not fucking all hip hop. Like,
Yeah, you don't want to be just the hip hop artist.
Yeah.
You want to be you.
one of my favorite things about Post Malone was when he was like, he turned down Double XL, and he's like, I'm not a fucking.
Did he really?
Yeah, he turned down Double XL. He's like, I'm not a rapper.
Damn.
He just kept saying, I'm not a rapper. And he would not do Double XL. I was like, ooh, I fuck with that.
Damn.
I fuck with that. And all he had out at that time was like White Iverson. He had like 2 songs out. And they
when
were
he first came out.
and they were rap songs too. But he's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not a rapper. I'm not doing that. I fuck with that hard. But
That's interesting.
well, let me bounce that question back to you because I've been on a fucking tangent.
No, you're good.
Who's some of y'all influences?
Influences. You wanna go
Okay,
first?
like, you know, I got top 3 or what am I doing?
At least.
My top 3 influence. So this is not like who I think the greatest is or the best. So
Right.
influence would say impact on like the music. So as far as my craft personally, my biggest influence is honestly just off the rip. I probably couldn't use 3 because it wouldn't be fair, but it's definitely Hove, Kiss, Nas, and Cassidy for sure. Like during
I opened up for Cassidy.
so during my like youth of like becoming a well developed MC, those were my immediate influences. But ironically, Westside Los is also one of my major influences to becoming a rapper. Because when I was a kid, I tell this story all the fucking time. So every podcast, everything I've been on, I probably told this story. But when I was a young man, you know what I'm saying, I used to they used to freestyle right out in the neighborhood, and I watched him battle one of the guys in the neighborhood, and it was like one of the most amazing. At that moment, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna battle. I'm gonna be a better rapper."
I used to go to battle raps with CJ back when we were fucking boys.
Yeah, so I definitely, he's definitely one of my most seriously. Like, it's crazy because like when I first started rapping, that's like right when I first got good at it. Like I was rapping since I was in the 5th grade type shit. So by the time I met Westside Los, I was like in the 8th grade. So, you know, by the time I was in high school, I was already like a surgeon with my bars.
Okay.
Cause like 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, that's like the early 2000s where rap was taking a transition to more like the down south crunk era. So like bars were like very like falling out of style. So like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really big on bars back then. So I forgot where I was going with that.
Fucking
But those my biggest influences though.
I feel Cassidy like just learned how to make songs.
For real?
Like he's always had bars, but like Cassidy can make some songs now, dude. Some of his newer songs are
I just think that
it's like a perfect blend of Cassidy with like a little bit of new wave.
Yeah, I thought his songs back in the day were dope. I just thought that his selection of songs were I just think that he didn't select the right. I think if he just stayed in his lane and did like the Fabulous type of thing, you know what I mean, with his songs and his song selection, he'd had a
Fabulous is fire.
A much better career. Yeah, Fab is definitely.
That answer made me think of Swirly though. Dude, I was so stoked when I realized Swirly was gonna do. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the show we ended up doing. But like, I grew up fucking listening to. You ever heard fucking
Felony Set?
Yeah, dude. Like, I remember sending him a fucking email when I was like 13. Like, yo, y'all need a fucking little 13-year-old white boy, dude. I'm him, dude. I'm fucking him, dude. I'm the one, dog. They never got back to me, but
crazy.
But yeah, dude,
makes you feel old,
what's poppin', hotter than the tropics, dude. That shit was fucking. Did you ever hear that joint? Are you like you're from Syracuse, right? Or
yeah. No, I moved here like a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
A little bit south. You know where Cortland is?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So upstate your whole life?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, they probably made it down your way, but here in Syracuse, fucking, there was a group called Felony Set, and they had a song called Hot Tropics, and Swirly's like the main one on that, and that shit was. And then Swirly's got a couple fucking. They used to have some hitters on Dat Piff, dude. R.I.P. Dat Piff, but.
Oh, they shut it down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dat
shit.
Piff used to be so fire, dude.
That's crazy.
Wow, throwback to Dat Piff.
That was a like a peak era of music. The Dat Piff era.
Those mixtapes just coming in every week.
It used to be one of my life goals. One of my made it is I wanted to just be on the front page. I wanted to make the fucking,
Dude, if
you
you
know,
made
the
that
hot
front page,
upcoming artist, dude.
featured page, yeah.
I fucking wanted it so bad. And that's,
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if you feel free to turn down.
No, I'm just, I'm grateful as well.
Fucking, Dat Piff. That's when I also realized, like, diving into things that everything's just, like, a money grab. Like, the only way you get on the front page of Dat Piff is to pay.
Right.
And shit like that.
Well, once you turn over into the business side of things, you realize most of this shit is bought in.
Oh, yeah. And write-offs, too. You got to understand you're bringing in all this money and generating all this money. You got to distribute it in certain ways to make it even worthy and make it worth your time. Otherwise, you're just going to fucking pay it to the government. I'd rather waste money on fucking...
Promotion.
Yeah, put it on the front page of my shit. That's where 90% of my budget goes is to promotion and shit. Like, I spend just as much on... I've spent more on any show than I've ever made on just fucking flyers.
Makes sense, yeah.
And it goes such a fucking long way. What I've learned, the best thing is instead of like the little poster flyers are cool if you want to like sell them or maybe give them away at your shows. They don't do as much. Maybe if you get a couple good locations, like Nick lets me hang them at his store at the mall. I feel like that's always a valid location and shit. And I always go and get them afterwards too, because I give them to like the artist who performed at the shows and shit.
Yeah.
And the like little club flyers that are like this big, you can get a stack of them, of like 500 of them for like $30.
Oh yeah.
That's like the best, like
Where's this at again?
just any fucking print site.
Like
Okay.
Any,
Vistaprint or
yeah,
whatever.
fucking Uprint, whatever. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? But they're like $30. You can get about 500 of them, and that I feel like has always been the best.
Like business cards, right?
They're a little bit bigger though.
I'm gonna get you a Vistaprint deal.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh! Did you say there was 500 that came in it for $30?
Vistaprint can beat that. I would love to. When I first started doing this podcast, I used to shoot fake advertisements.
Oh, that's fire.
I just like would be like, the one I think of that came to mind was like I was like, you or somebody you know suffer from table clutter, and I like did like B-roll shot of my fucking cluttered ass table out there, and I'm like, tell them to get a shelf, organize their shit, and just like
Shelves.com.
shelves.com. I want to get sponsors. Plus the podcast sponsor game is pretty fucking killer. I would love to get more local sponsors. I feel like that would be like
I think
more
that'd be
my swag.
that makes a lot of sense.
I want Paladinos to sponsor me, dude.
Yo, Paladinos. Shout out to Paladinos.
Not sponsored yet, but hope to one day.
Possibly the greatest pizza in the world.
They got a great ranking from Old Portnoy when he came.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you rank it?
A respectable, I want to say like in the mid 8s.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
And especially if you know his ratings, like he don't ever go 9s.
No.
Because that's just, he's like, you got no room to go with a 9. But,
Yeah, they have for a pizza rated to rate you at 8. That's pretty good. Because 10 pizza is like unbelievable.
yeah, and fucking wood pizza is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Even the best
right.
pizza I have, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, but it's not like, oh, it's not the fucking,
Like, holy
Holy
fuck. You
fuck.
set it down.
holy shit. Who made this?
Yo, on some real shit, the first 10 pizza I had was the first time I had Blaze.
Who's Blaze?
Oh, you never had Blaze before?
Fire pizza.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
No.
It was retarded.
I think wood fire pizza is overrated. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I'm gonna tell you this. Go to Blaze and create yourself a pizza. This is a new experience, trust me. When have you been able to create yourself a pizza?
I mean, most places let you fucking kind of organize
Yeah,
it
but
yourself.
It's not like this. It's a different
I
experience.
got a little. We got
You've
the.
never had it, so you. So
Yeah, I know. My bad.
That's why it's like we can't even have this conversation because you just.
I tried making a pizza at like the gas station up here by like naming it myself.
Yeah.
So we order a garlic pizza with banana peppers and chicken on it. Like that's it, just a garlic pizza, banana peppers, chicken. It's a fucking. I fuck with it. And my buddy
Ranch or
who.
blue cheese?
I mean, nothing else on it. You can get
But,
your
like,
side
you dip
dip.
it?
No, I can eat that just OG.
just raw?
Raw dog that. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that on
that's
episode
some
69.
caveman shit,
That's
man.
why I fuck with it. But my buddy Billy's the one who got me onto it, so I started calling it a garlic Billy.
Oh, a garlic Billy. That
A garlic
sounds fire.
Billy.
Listen, go to Blaze Pizza.
I'll make them make me a garlic Billy.
Yep, make them make you a garlic Billy, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this is a 10." It's only the first time. After the first time, you're like, "It's just pizza."
Okay, that makes sense. The first 10 burrito I ever had was like the first time I ever went to Moe's. Like that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like this, holy fuck, this just the size of my neck. And it was when Moe's Monday was like an actual bargain. You get like that shit for like $6. R.I.P. Moe's Monday.
Yo, I've never eaten Moe's and I got sick.
Really?
Like, every time I ate it, I've gotten like sick.
Damn.
Yeah,
Never had that experience in those.
I've like
Moe's my baby.
I've gone for the I've been vegetarian for this past 6 years, so I don't really eat none of that shit no how anymore. But back when I did eat like food like that, it was never on my list. I was always a Chipotle,
Okay.
like a real.
I don't like cilantro when they put it on
Tex-Mex.
everything in Chipotle.
I fucking love cilantro.
I got that fucking soap gene. Got the soap gene.
Wait, what?
There's fucking some people have a gene where cilantro tastes like soap.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's
I
fucking-
heard my biology teacher told me one time, he was like, some people have a genetic disorder where their piss smells like maple syrup.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
That
So I was
sounds sweet. No pun intended.
Wouldn't
y'all
their
it's
sweat
funny.
smell like? Wouldn't their sweat sound like maple syrup too? Though
I have no idea, honestly.
your sweat is your piss. It's the same fucking guy.
That
I wonder
would
if
be-
it's something
dude,
in the
if your
bladder.
whole body odor
Was
It
just
smelled
maple
like
syrup.
maple syrup, and you just smell like a walking pancake.
Hell yeah, dude! You don't even have to like deodorant. Like you
Imagine-
leave the gym smelling better.
Like Denny's.
Imagine if you
oh
piss,
shit, dude.
imagine you piss yourself and you smell like pancakes.
Like that.
French toast.
I'm gonna have to look into that one. That's a new one. Who do you fuck with in stand up? Who's some of your stand up comedians you fuck with?
I fuck with like Tom Segura.
I'm going to see him when he comes here.
Really?
Yeah.
I fuck with. I kind of got into Bert Kreischer a little bit, but then I was like, oh,
They call him.
he's not that funny.
They call him the
like I
every
hate to
person
fucking
comedian.
roast Bert Kreischer, but like the machine is it's great.
It's a good gimmick.
It's great. And then that's really it. So, but I mean, all the best.
I think
to
he's a
Bert
fun
Kreischer.
person. I think his podcasts are great.
Yes.
I think he's funny as shit, but I
Yeah.
don't think his material's the
Right.
the highest tier of comedy.
Right.
Like,
Kind of like a Brendan Shaw. But
yeah, I give him more respect than Shop. I put him more in like a Zach Gaffigan or what's his name?
or Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan. Yeah. I put him more in a Gaffigan
Yeah.
fucking bracket because he's just like that. They call him the everyman's comedian. Like most people find him funny because it's just like
like a Bill Burr or something like that.
Bill Burr's top tier. In my
You think
opinion.
Bill Burr's top tier?
Top tier.
I'd put him at like an A. I wouldn't put him at like an S tier. I'd put him at like an A.
He sold out fucking Wrigley Stadium twice.
He's pretty impressive. The numbers, but I guess it's a personal opinion.
Dude, I think he's one of the greatest in the game. One of the best to ever fucking swing the mic.
I would say one of my favorite of all time is Louis C.K.
Love Louis. I just bought all his for like $30 on his website. You get every single one of his fucking specials.
My favorite stand-up comedian is Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney.
Oh.
Yeah, Paul
Mooney.
Mooney. Fuck, man.
Might have to puff that before she goes out.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Paul's
hilarious.
Paul's fucking hilarious. He's my favorite. As far as like stand-up, I like all old shit. So like, Paul's funny.
Dude, there's some new elites though. Dude, there's some new killers out there, dude. It's fucking Shane Gillis is a fucking
Oh
monster.
my god, I don't even think to say because he's so like common. But yeah, Shane Gillis, top tier.
Yeah, top tier, especially with the new or like you.
I don't know any of these guys' name you're
Stavros.
Halkias.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry.
I wish I had a normal fucking.
No,
last
I
name.
actually have one. I just don't know.
I do. I should one. I got one right. Got my little
Oh,
bullshit hand.
Let's go. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. A mystery tool.
Fucking Stavros is fucking hilarious. Mark Norman,
Chris D'Elia.
Dalia, yeah.
I think his crowd work is really good.
You think his crowd work's good? I think his crowd work's bad. I think
Really?
his material's good.
Oh, that's
I watched
crazy.
his. Did you watch his most recent crowd work special? He literally has a new half hour on YouTube of just crowd work.
I think it was like him like roasting a company or something.
It wasn't good though. It wasn't good.
It wasn't very good. I think it was just content to put out. I don't think he was like, oh, this is fucking.
Believe me, I got some rough fucking podcast episodes too.
I think his podcast game is fire. Like when he goes on Fighter and the Kid, him and Brian Callen have a really good connection.
Fighter and the Kid
'Cause
was good.
Brian Callen, I think, out of all the comedians, is the best.
I've never watched any of his stand up.
I've seen a little bit of his stand up. It's not like that impressive, but I think in terms of podcast hosting, he's the best sidekick because he's the perfect guy to alley oop your jokes. Like he knows you're about to go into a bit and he'll feed it in the perfect way. Like if you watch any of his stuff, I think he's the best co-host.
There's some fucking I love and I like to think about the factor of like, so with a tour of as a hip hop act, like let's say I wanted to take my my group on tour, and you guys know you're a bunch of people. If I wanted to take my drummer, DJ, merch people, cameraman, drummer, DJ, merch person, cameraman, tour manager, and myself, that's 6 people I take on tour.
Yep.
All right, you got food, house and stay for 6 people, or transportation for 6 people as a now. Oh, also don't forget we got the DJ equipment.
Yeah.
We got drums.
You have multiple vehicles.
So it's crazy. Like, so as a stand-up comedian, what do you bring? You literally the average stand-up comedian, maybe your own microphone.
Maybe,
yeah. Like that's.
But
crazy.
if you're going to do a stand-up, there should definitely be a mic there.
The venue, the venue already has the
What
mic.
is the likelihood that you're going to need anything besides yourself?
That's what I'm saying. So like the fucking transportation of a stand-up act
Yeah.
is like so lucrative.
Not to go way off topic,
Go there.
but how cutthroat do you think the comedy industry is, stand-up, compared to the music industry? I think it's way more cutthroat in stand-up.
It's got to be.
Has to be,
It's-
bro.
Well, it's not, music has been like music is technically been
Everything's
regulated.
gate-kept.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything's
Gate
gate-kept.
100%.
Well,
And-
yeah, the top ranks are definitely gate-kept. But the thing about music is that you don't necessarily have to be mainstream to be loaded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can find a niche and find a certain revenue income or niche in making money or selling records or selling merch or, you know what I'm saying, and really, really turn up. And it won't really be recognized because you're not necessarily involved with mainstream things. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, I'll give you an example. Sauce Walker, Loaded. You know what I'm saying? Loaded.
So you're saying like you can be more midstream loaded as a hip hop act in comparison to a midstream. It's either you're top tier in comedy or you're fucking struggling.
Like you're struggling in comedy until you make the big leagues. In hip
Hip-hop, you can mid-tier
you
it
could
all the way.
definitely be low tier and still run into a major fucking bag. You know what I'm
Respect.
The only thing with music is that you have something that you can go back and listen to over and over again.
Same with comedy though.
You think so? Because like I'll listen to a
What do you
song
mean, the great
in
comedy
one
records?
year- in 1 year, I'll listen because I have like CDs and shit of like old comics like Brian Regan and shit. But like, if you take a song and you listen to it 100 times in the year, I'm probably not going to listen to the same stand-up bit 100 times in a year. And I
I'll
just
watch
think-
100 podcasts from the same comedian in a year.
I would too. I would
Right,
too.
but
I actually do.
the-
I used to listen to theater
Yeah,
like literally
but
every day.
So they make
The-
100. A
just
smart comedian makes 100 recordings a year.
the reality
At
is
least.
that more
At
people
least,
are
yeah.
going to listen to the music than they are going to pull up a comic.
Oh, and people are going to spread music more than a
Yeah, it's
comedian.
just-
Like
it's just-
comedy is so subjective in comparison to.
Right.
I think that's another.
When
to
you're
have in-
funny, though, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot easier to pique people's interest when you're funny. So I think a comedian has a better chance at getting someone's attention, like social media wise. But as far as having avenues of revenue, I think hip hop artists or artists in general just have way more, things that they can grab onto to make money from.
I think a smart comedian sees himself as both, and like dives in the world of everything. Like I don't know a single stand-up comedian that doesn't do the merch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they're smart, they have the podcast. That's the stream revenue,
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
and then they do a special, which is their album.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they go on TV shows.
Yeah, and then you tour. So what I've noticed is like, look at Theo.
Yeah.
Theo's been touring the same act for like 4 years now. The Return of the Rat's been on. I saw it 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And so I bet you it's sharper now. I bet you there's more to it, but it's
Yeah, for sure.
But I know he's out there just delivering the same fucking material. But there's acts like there's a lot of acts who tour the same set for 10, 15 years. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it does cater to the new audience. So like every 3 months when another 100,000 people follow you, you have, the same set that you're offering to everybody else that was there from the beginning. It's just they're the new audience now.
It makes sense too. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, when you're good, you're good.
Yeah,
I think that's the case.
Theo is good.
Remember back what I said earlier, like no matter where you are, there you are. So
And that's what I feel about fucking people always shit on gatekeeping, but it's like, keep it real, good people know who are good artists.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
finger
you can't
to the
hide-
gatekeepers.
You can't hide talent. Like
Yeah.
you can't say like, oh, I don't think that's. You know what I'm saying? Like if you heard "Graduation" by Kanye West for the first time and you didn't know who it was, you wouldn't be like, oh, I don't know, man.
yeah, like if you were to show somebody who like has never heard of Kanye West in their entire life and you showed them, they would fucking hear it and be like,
Everybody
oh,
would be like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
insane.
it's undeniable.
It's
Yeah.
it's undeniable talent.
Yeah, it's undeniable for sure. That was definitely undeniable. That's my favorite part about music is experiencing the undeniable joy of it being dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So once again, shout out to Dope Apparel for rap.
Not everybody gets to feel that feeling though. There's a lot of mids artists out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are. I mean, are lucky because you're dope. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Likewise, too.
I don't
Thank
think being dope is luck. I think being dope is something you work towards. I mean, like sometimes a lot of people got it naturally. Some people got it naturally, and then some people work really hard to be dope and put a lot of effort in their dopeness. So, if you could think of something that's dope and then bring it to life, it's gonna be dope.
I don't think he's the former, like the creator of the same, but I heard it from 2 Chainz first. Is hard work beats talent.
Yeah, I think I just
and I always like that.
Verses.
I've always liked that. I was like, ooh, especially from like 2 Chainz, who's like vocally probably not one of the, he's not a fucking, one of like the most sonically
just said
like,
that in this.
but
verse.
fucking, he's fire.
Yeah,
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't
Work hard. Yeah, that's the.
yeah, it's the full.
The clip.
Yeah.
So,
Shouts out to 2 Chainz.
yes, it's fire.
Titty boy.
It's fire for sure. But yeah, like I said, you could always find Stashbox on all platforms. You could literally type in Stashbox Records and you'll get all our most recent work. You can look up any of the artists individually. We got Maddox, Harley Quinn, Remy Luce, Spade Moolah, Ricky Tan the Chef, Ace Skrilla, Courage the Wizard, Real Rat, Westside Los, and any of the other artists that we fuck with. Shout out to Amanda Marie. She worked with a lot of us. We got a bunch of songs
Big
with
ups
her.
Amanda Marie.
I'll throw some click screens
shout out
at
to
the end
the
of
Shorter
this to some
Boys.
shit too.
Yeah.
Shout out
for
to
real.
DJ Sure Smoke. That's our DJ. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with him and the Shorter Boys, for sure. Shout out to anybody and everybody that support Stashbox. If you support Stashbox, Stashbox is going to support you. Help us help you. Remember, we available every Thursday. We at the Night Drop with the wings and the fries. Any local artists want to tap in and get a slot to hop on stage and express their craft. You could tap in with Remy Luce and Harley Quinn. They host the show. Definitely tap in with them. Tap into the YouTube. Subscribe to the Stashbox page for updates on our shit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tap all the way in. We not stopping. So we got stuff coming out monthly, weekly. It's things, it's content daily. So tap in, follow, share, tell your friends about us, tell your coworkers about us, tell your gym workout partner about us. We not gonna stop. We lit.
Yeah, you gotta be on the lookout because at Stashbox, everything in a big room, we just got a big cauldron. And we're always brewing something up.
I like that.
Cooking.
Let's end this with a fucking stash box, huh?
Stashbox.
Stash box. Appreciate you guys making it out.
Damn, I'm feeling good today. Damn, I'm feeling good today. Damn, I'm feeling good today. Hey.
Damn, I'm feeling good today. Damn, I'm feeling good today. Damn, I'm feeling good today. Hey.